Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com, and it is 3:21 a.m. That's 3:21. Yes, I'm working at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so I found someone who's helping me with my business, trying to set everything up correctly. So I have a good feeling things are already starting to fall into place. So I'm actually in a really good place right now, so I'm really happy about that. I'm tired, but I'm tired because I can't stop. Because I'm really inspired by the direction we're taking this. Alright, so let's get to the video, and the music's going to go down now. Okay, so this video is going to be a short video. It's going to be about what internal power is about. It just dawned on me tonight when I was talking to that person who's helping me with my marketing. It dawned on me tonight, I never really explained to you guys what internal power can do for you. So from now on, I'm probably going to start calling it Omega Power. Okay, so here's the deal. There's a lot of things that people are searching for. They go to seminars. You hear it all the time. I remember hearing it since I was a child. And you hear it at seminars, motivational seminars, but nobody teaches you how to do it because they don't know that there is a how. So there's a series of techniques that I'll walk you through, work with you over a period of time. I can do this in one-on-one coaching, and I also essentially will do it during the Crack the Female Code course for men. And if I'm doing therapy work with you, I will start you with one and eventually work you into another, etc., as we move along in the sessions. Okay, so what does internal power or Omega power do for you? By the way, the definition of Omega is it's like completion. There's a couple different words for it, but essentially Omega means complete. So this is a complete teaching, a complete training. I'm not just see a lot of people are like, oh, you're a dating relationship coach. They have no idea. This is way beyond anything, even what Tony Robbins is doing, Dr. John Gray, any of those guys. What I'm teaching is a complete course of understanding that they are missing. Oh, by the way, this is another song from Sammy. It is called Nameless Emotion. You can actually pay her $5 if you want to buy any of her songs. You can go to YouTube, and her channel is S.A.M. and then just I. I'll put the name of the song and the link to it in the description box. Okay, so what are the benefits of learning how to do what I call internal power, grounding yourself emotionally? I'm going to start out with this one. The first thing it does is if you have anxiety, stress, if you are in an emotional stuck state where you can't figure something out, you can't think, or you're just stuck in life, it pops you out of that. Now, if you have anxiety, it pulls you out of that concentrated energy in your forehead where you're stuck. So what it does, it expands your awareness, which allows your energy to have more space to move, and thus your anxiety goes away. So this also grounds you energetically and emotionally. So suddenly you're calm, you're relaxed. So here's the deal. When you do these techniques and really work at them, I could be in the most anxiety-ridden, panic attack state that there's no way in hell I'm going to get out of. I used to try everything from deep tissue massage, which by the way will help a lot, acupuncture, which also helps a lot, etc. But I'm talking about times when I'm like panicking, I'm freaking out. I could do this at any moment. As long as I did these techniques long enough and committed to them, it pulls me right out of them, right out of those negative states. Now here's something I don't think I've ever mentioned before in any of my videos, even to my male clients, and I think it's really important, especially for men. It gives you self-approval. Now, a lot of men hear this, but you don't have self-approval if you're using your logical brain. When you use your logical brain, you have others' approval. You're looking for others. What do you think? Well, what do you think? So you're constantly, where you could be in a room of people who completely disagree with you on something or totally think something different. You'll have complete self-approval in it. And here's the key. It will be congruent when you're internal, when you're connected inside to yourself, and people will feel that power. Now, Women have been getting tricked. Now, here's the deal. We are going into the era of the right brain, the creative brain, the emotional, creative, spiritual brain. We are going into the era of the right brain's power. And women have been getting manipulated, lied to, and tricked out of using it. When you study hypnosis, it's right brain. When you study influence techniques, it's right brain. Why would you give that up? I guess technically number 3, it's the self-authority. Oh wow, I think there's an earthquake going on right now. Hold on a second. Yeah, it was a little bit of a tremor, just very, very little. I heard that my glass was kind of making a noise, and I felt it on my knee against the table. Okay, moving on. So here's the deal. A lot of you people will fight and struggle with other people because what you're doing is external. I was on the bus the other day going to the Golden Gate Bridge. I ride my bike across the bridge, as you're about to see here any second here. And this young lady, probably about 30, 31, 32, she was talking to someone next to him. She was very dominating the conversation, blah, 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 very male, masculine, linear energy just the whole time, and she couldn't stop talking. And you know how they talk up like this, and they go up in the top at the end of their sentence, and they go up like this? What this does, it puts you up in your ego, and it puts you in your limited mind in the smallest intelligence, the smallest power of your brain. Now, when you are grounded, you are connected to your power, and nobody can deny it. And here's the thing. When you're in that power, you don't have arguments and fights with people because there is no argument. This is what I think, and that's the way it is. But when you use your left brain, it's like you're going up against people. You're competing with them. When you're internal, there's no competition. This is what I think, and that's what you think, and that's fine. That's just the way it is. Now here's the deal, especially for men in the dating courses and the online social media stuff, they're like, be the leader, be the pack leader, and all this egotistical left brain external stuff. The external brain is the follower brain. When you learn how to open up to your right brain, you're internal. Here's what you're doing, because you're literally listening to yourself. When you're external, listening to other people, nobody's going to listen to you because you're going external. When you're internal, it's like people don't know why, they're not conscious of it, but they're like, yeah, there's something about this guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows where he's going. I'm going to follow this guy. So when you learn how to do this, people will naturally start listening to you. And here's the thing. When you do speak, you don't have to force people to listen to you. They're either going to listen to you or they're not. And when you're internal, they're more likely to listen to you because they're like, okay, in other words, because you're not pushing this energy onto them. You're just allowing the words to come out of your mouth. And it allows people to open up and to be willing to listen. Now, here's the other thing it does. It creates an environment where people are more open. And when people are more open, they're more likely to not only be willing to work together in a more harmonious way, but they're also willing to listen to each other in a much more receptive way. It just creates a better work environment all the way around. Now, this is for both men and women, but I want to make some points aside for the men because men don't understand the power. And I don't mean power over someone, but I mean it's like power for some people. It triggers the wrong emotions. I mean a good way. There's a sense of power of being this emotional grounding person that your lady will want to connect with. Because if you're an emotionally grounded person, all she has to do is connect with you, touch you, hug you, and boom, it grounds her. Now, here's the thing about avoidance. If you're a grounded person, avoidance are going to want to be with you because it helps them to calm down. It helps anyone to calm down who is anxiety-ridden. They're overthinkers. They have panic and anxiety attacks. So you become the person that becomes this grounding entity for people around you to feel comfortable, calm, and relaxed. So essentially, it draws people to you. Now, again, this is for both men and women because that'll obviously help women do the same thing. So here's the deal. It gives you a sense of, I'm going to use a word, but I want to explain it first because men hear it one way, whereas women mean it in another way. It gives you a really powerful sense of being confident. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean egotistical confidence is what men hear in their forehead and tighten their muscles. No, I'm talking about feeling comfortable with yourself, feeling relaxed and calm. And this is what women mean when they say, hey, I'm looking for a guy who's confident with himself. Most men don't even hear the second part, with himself. Now, here's the other thing. The overall effect it has is it just makes you feel good. You feel comfortable in life. You emotionally feel good about yourself when you truly ground yourself. You truly drop inside and become an internal being. Okay? Now, here's the deal. The word inspiration, do you want to know what that means? It means internally inspired. Now, I'm going to say something right now. Here's what it does. It flips your polarity. So it acts like a magnet where it draws people to you. Now, if you are in any kind of leadership position, even being a mother that has children or a teacher or a speaker or anything at all, people will listen and it creates a dynamic where people just boom, it flips the switch in them like, okay, I got to listen to this person, got to follow, do as I'm told. It makes things a lot easier. So if you're a therapist or a healer, it really helps you to guide people. And and instead of having to get them to do it, they just naturally do it. See, the other system is the conflict system. It causes problems, it causes challenges, it causes battles and fights and disagreements, where when you open up to this system, all of a sudden people just want to get along because it's a really comfortable environment to be in. Now, here's what it does. For men, it really, really has a huge impact because women, for the most part, are already somewhat or quite a bit internal, may not quite be conscious of it, but the male energy is external. So here's what it does. It causes you not to crash over people's boundaries, okay? Be a boundary crasher, because it draws your energy and your awareness back into you. And when you do that, people feel respected, like you're respecting their space, their energy, their boundaries. Like you're like, hey, that's your space. I totally respect it. I'm over here in my space. And that's what causes people to want to be around you. That's what causes people to want to work with you, to listen to you, to understand you, is when your energy is inside you. People feel respected. They feel they feel free to be around you. One of the biggest compliments, I remember the first time I received it was years ago, probably 15 years ago. Someone that I had known for a little while had said, man, I don't know what it is, but I just feel so comfortable being around you. I just feel like I can just be myself, like there's no pressure. And that's exactly that's the perfect example of what I'm talking about. People will feel comfortable to be around you, to be themselves. Now, here's the thing: avoidance. This is what they're looking this is what they're looking for in someone who has this really emotionally grounded way of being, where they just feel comfortable around them. They can breathe around them. They can relax around them, because the energy, it's literally electromagnetic dynamic. It's like it's a polarity shift that we cause inside you, and then it causes people to feel comfortable with you. So this essentially is an avoidance dream. So I think that's enough for now. I hope it gives you a really strong, powerful idea. Oh, and by the way, by learning how to do this, you heal your parts and your emotions. Okay, that's another segment, but this is the number one tool I have to get you to do and teach you in order to get you on your journey of emotional healing. So over the years, I've called this internal awareness, internal power, and emotional grounding techniques, okay? Alright, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for coaching, get a hold of me. Go to mike@mikekollin.com. You can also get a hold of me at my phone number, which is right here, 415-235-2512. And as always, if you want to support this channel, you can buy either one of my dating relationship books for men or women, or you can go ahead and make a donation. There's a thank you button right there, a little heart. And you can also go into the description box. There's a PayPal link right there where you can make a donation of whatever you want. That's it. Click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.